So what I'll do is I have to send to you sometime tomorrow. If that works for you.
All right. Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Looking forward to this. Sorry for the confusion with the voice call thing. I was like, crap.
No, you're good. You're good. I have really bad anxiety, so I just like knowing stuff.
No. There's nothing worse than sitting and being like, okay, when is the stupid thing gonna ring? When is the stupid thing gonna ring? And you're just like, your stomach's getting tired. You're like, like, please help me. Okay. I've been there. What got you interested in coaching?
So I'm a plat Genji player.
Welcome to the club.
I know, right? And I want to get better at this character because I'm really bad at it, and he's just fun to play. And I thought, I looked at Overwatch coaches, and I was like, oh, Spylo's popular, but also I've watched your videos, and they're really funny.
Perfect.
So I
appreciate it.
Let's get roasted by Spylo and learn something.
Okay. So Genji time. A tank player gone Genji. Oh, a tale as old as time. Well, welcome. The sweatiest and strangest people are in this club, so just be warned. I swear, that's Genji's what got me into the game. So it happens. It happens. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was a Silver Widow player, and then I was like, Genji. So
you traveled everywhere. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect. So what do you enjoy about Genji? What? Tell me about. You know what? Stop. Break me down your full Overwatch story. What got you into the game? What got you to move from character to character? All that stuff.
So I used to play on a Surface Book, if you know what that is.
Wait.
Yeah.
Like a laptop?
Yeah, Surface laptop.
So did I. Okay.
So I played in high school, all of high school during class. And I was like, shit, this is really fun. And so I invested into a PC. Well, yeah. And I started playing on a PC, and I was still bad. I was like bronze. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'm too bad. So I stopped playing for a bit, and then my friends got me back into it, and we 6-stacked because this is like Overwatch 1, and it was fun because I had friends to play with, and I was learning kind of because they're like diamonds, so they have egos,
right?
And from there I was just like, okay, so I tried playing tank a little bit. Also, I got to diamond on tank, but it just wasn't as fun. It's not as fun as getting those blade kills.
No, I agree. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going back to Genji. So now I'm here.
Okay. Sounds good. So Plat Genji. All right. What do you hope to get out of the session? I want to learn what I can do better. Ability usage as well as positioning. Characters hard. Yeah. Play every day. But how much do you play every day? Does it depend? I imagine it depends.
It depends because I work in the mornings.
Right.
I called off work. I told them I was throwing up. But yeah, so I work in the mornings, and I sometimes play at night with myself or with friends. Depends.
Okay. Makes sense. Mostly ranked. Do you flex? Do you fill? Do you quick play? Do you arcade?
I play ranked mainly, and then I've rang in a scrim. Yeah, a scrim. It was like a diamond scrim, and I got my shit right.
Yeah, it's rough, isn't it? It's fun though.
Yes.
Like the communication and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, it's nice.
Okay, so mostly ranked. Is that ranked with solo queue or ranked with friends?
Just solo queue.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't like ranked with friends because they troll.
Yeah. No, I get that. And about how much per day do you do with that?
2 hours, give or take.
Okay, makes sense. Play every day, 2 hours per day. Do you have a warm up routine? Or do you just drop them in?
Ironically, I play Winston to warm up, and then I go to Genji.
Okay. How long do you play Winston?
Like an hour.
Okay, makes sense. So you have an hour warm up with Winston. It was just ranked.
Yeah, it's just ranked, or it's just I just play quick play. Yeah.
So what I would say is you're probably already awake by that. By the time that you get to Genji, you're definitely alert. But I would say that you're probably not mechanically warmed up as much for Genji specific stuff. So
yeah.
If that's what you do for fun, that's fine. But I will say it would. I think it depends on the purpose. But I think finding some time to fit in Genji specific practice would be helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
Even just for 5 minutes, right?
All right.
Jump in an unranked deathmatch. I think especially when it comes to people that have different preferences, right? Some people do this. Some people do better with this. Some people experiment.
Yeah.
But I would say finding some time to fit in a little bit of a Genji warm before you go into rank would be, I think, a little bit helpful.
Okay.
Now, whether that's a deathmatch or whether that's a custom game or whether that's playing Genji in quick play, I don't know. Try it. Try it around.
Right.
See what works better for you. Okay. Goals, get Diamond or Masters. I think it's doable with 2 hours of Genji a day. I definitely think Diamond or Masters is doable. If you're able to be like fully focused, obviously practicing whatever we talk about. What do you feel is holding you back from improving? I'm just not very smart with ability usage and ult usage. Okay, talk to me about that.
I feel like I use deflect way too early, or I just use it or late. And then I guess I use double abilities to go into a fight, and I never have something to get myself out.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then I think alt wise, I just don't know when a good time to play this, because whenever I play it, 5 people look at me and I die.
Okay. Now, an honest question for you here. Do you think it's really an intelligence usage, or is it just I just have a hard time putting into practice stuff?
I think it's both, because like I just don't have the game sense yet.
Sure. Okay, makes sense. So maybe a little bit of just inexperience that you'll learn some stuff, but maybe also a little bit of practice too. It's usually a little bit of both. Okay. Now this is the doozy. Now I imagine this is something that you've probably been working off and on for a while, but 5 or fewer hours of sleep per night. That's tough.
Yeah. I have a really bad sleep schedule.
Okay. Well, I'm going to encourage you to do any sort of work on that, even if it's just a little bit of an improvement. I have a book I can recommend if you're interested. Let me actually type it out. Which gets a lot of details and things that you could be doing and the importance of it. I think especially for gamers, it's super important because it's what allows you to actually learn from the day before is what sleep does. It allows you, whether it's the mechanical, like how much do I flick my crosshair to do a 180 right-click combo, right? Or how do I play versus a Bastion? Oh crap! I need to make sure that I'm looking out for that grenade, right, with the deflect and not just a turret. That's you learn through sleep. You pick up information during your awake, but you actually like install that information through sleep. And it's been proven many times for learning new tasks, learning old task memorization patterns, even just learning the technique of doing something physical. You need the sleep to like actually be able to install that information. You practice it during the day, you sleep at night. That's like cements it in. So just keep that in mind. Okay. I don't really have anything else from your forum. Do you have any other questions for me?
Okay. So, no, actually, I don't.
Okay. Sure. If any questions come up, just we'll roll into it. Okay. All right. Genji time. Let's take a look. Now, sadly, my next session is running on a very, very tight schedule. So they need to start right at 2 p.m. EST my time. So we are going to call your session a little early, technically on time, but a little early because we started late. So what I want you to do is you'll still technically have a 10-minute Q&A or maybe 10-minute more review. So remind me at the end of the session, and what I'll have you do is let's say you go practice next week, you're like, hey, I've got a couple of questions. Do you have time to hop in a call? We'll hop in a call and we'll go over that. That work for you?
Yeah, of course. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you. Let's do this here. So
I'm Min Bao.
Okay. It's like I'm like this character is too popular. If I'm coaching like an Orisa or actually I don't even know that Doomfist, I'm like, okay, I know who this is, but sometimes it's a little bit different. Okay, so is there anything you've been practicing recently with Genji? Or mostly just been chilling?
My dashes, I guess, and then like my combos of like 3 shurikens and then melee.
Sure. That's the tricky thing with Genji. You talk about like game sense. Oh, game sense. But you know what? So much of it's also like having like these mechanical tricks that you just do automatically too. You know, it's ridiculous.
I also think my sense is sometimes too high.
What is your sense, DPI and your sense right now?
DPI 1200, and then game sense like 6.
Yeah. How much of a mouse pad space do you have?
I have a full desk.
I mean, I'm not going to lie with you. It would be better if it was more like a 4, you know? If you could get used to that. It's not terrible, though, but it is a little bit extreme. I mean, you've heard of Hacksaw, right?
Yeah.
It's not an issue. It's just not something that and for me, it's it's not just about like, oh, it's better for your aim. To me, it's just better for your arm. To be less risk reliant. So what I would do is I would turn that down and give it a shot. Here's the good news though. I think a lot of people get really scared and spooked about changing sensitivity. Because it feels like I've worked really hard for my mechanics. I don't want to have to. Okay, this is the crazy part. Your mechanics are equal more about your eyes than they are with your arm. So you could have a pro player double their sensitivity and give them about a week. And in a week that have almost as good mechanics as they had before. So it's like you don't have to start all over again. Let's put it that way. So if you end up tweaking it a lot over the course of the next month or two, I would definitely recommend finding a sensitivity and sticking with it as soon as you can. But it's not like you're restarting your mechanics. But yeah, okay. This is the scrim.
Yes.
Nice. Now, nice little combo here, but I already have a critique.
Okay.
I want you to think of deflect as your dual tool, right? You've probably heard me talk about this before. It is your dual tool, but you got to be really smart about when you pop it.
Yeah.
I look at the situation right now. This does not scream deflect to me whatsoever. Why?
Yeah. Because the character was probably going to miss, and there's no reason for me to use deflector because I'm not really in that much danger because I have a pocket.
Correct. Look at your HP.
Yeah.
Right? That's what's telling to me. Because even if the Kiriko doesn't miss, you're not going to be one shot in this circumstance. So what you want to do is, if you want to get deflect value in terms of do I need it, do I not need it, do I want to deflect shots back at them? You know what's a good way to guarantee that you're going to deflect shots back at them? Take a little bit of damage first.
Okay.
Take a little bit of damage first. Let them get bloodthirsty, right? Let them go like, this guy's dead. And then they need to deflect. And then they're screwed, right? And then you give your time, your mercy to heal you back up and so on.
Yep.
So I look at this here and I'm like, I don't want you to deflect because you're full.
Yep.
Nice use of cover though. Because this is super aggressive and you're like, oh, I died. You know, where's your deflect?
Nowhere.
Right? It's a high risk, high reward play that would have been enabled by you having deflect. You could have deflected, then wall climbed up, given your mercy some time. I like the aggression. I like the use of cover. You had a mercy pocket. I didn't even think the mechanics were too shabby. You shouldn't have deflect when you needed it. And that is like one of, I think, if not the most popular Genji problem, myself included. And it speaks to me a lot because when I first got into Overwatch 2 Genji, it was the mistake I was making the most. Like even here, right? You know? What if you hit a triple headshot on this Kiriko or Sojourn right now?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to follow up.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to follow up because you dash in and then you would not have your deflect to get out of jail free.
Yeah. Ooh, not the aim.
I mean, it's fine. Now, what do you think about this? Is this dash in, deflect out? Well, is it? Is it?
Well, I didn't use both abilities to get into the fight, and I used one of, I guess I cycled it to get out, but like I didn't really get much value out of it.
Okay. The cycle was good, right?
Okay.
The cycle was good. Like you said, you dashed in, you threw some shurikens, you deflected out. That's what we wanted to see earlier, not right? My question though is, are you going to want those cooldowns again soon?
Probably, most definitely.
Maybe.
Probably getting ready to engage.
Yeah, right. So you're asking the right questions, right? And sure enough, well, actually, no. You got him back. You see this?
Yep.
My question is, did you know that?
No, I did not.
Right. So I think what you did was unbelievably risky.
Yeah.
But also had a lot of value in it. If your tank was like the thing about this play, if your Zari was actually taking action off of that as well, right? That's a question where like, okay, then maybe we can go and get a win off of that. But obviously your team wasn't ready for it yet. So okay. I do like that we kind of disengaged a little bit. Maybe a little early because you didn't have to deflect, but you did get bubbles, so I think that's all right. Let's keep looking here. Now, do you need deflect from here?
Well, probably because they're all going to probably look at me in about 2 seconds.
But do you have another tool in the environment besides deflect?
Cover and wall run.
Cover.
Oh,
yeah. You kind of see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I like this aggression. I mean, obviously you got a mercy pocket. I'm not sure what your team's plan was here, so we're just going to coach just you. But, you know, my point is that you always need a get out of jail free card when you come in here.
Yeah.
Here, I'm a little spooked because you're a little bit out in the open. Now you have your deflect, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
But here, oh, Nelly, where's your cover? Nowhere. This engage here was better than this engage here because you always had a way to like essentially provide survivability. This one, a lot scarier. And you can see how much scarier it is. And now, oh, nice. Not even close. Not even
Exactly.
close. I never
Not
doubted.
even worried about it. Not even worried.
Not even worried. Not even worried. So I'm going to be honest with you so far. I think the biggest problem that I can have to see from your team is that every single resource is going into you, and your tank and DPS and other support are just basically existing and doing nothing. Which is not great, to be honest. You need help. You need people to... What is it?
I was a ringer. It's not even my team.
Yeah,
I'm a ringer.
It's a little ugly. So, I mean, we're pointing out your habits here, things that you need to fix, but it's not nice. You do need a little bit of help from your team. Again, right? You see this?
Yeah.
What's the point of this deflect, right?
There's no point.
There's no point. You got a full pocket right on you. Take a little bit of damage first. Now, when would you deflect early? Before you take damage?
Like preemptively, like if they grab and you think like, oh shit, I can maybe deflect it.
Why are you in front of a Zarya? No, I'm just messing. Yeah, sure. Okay. Go down the list of Overwatch characters in your brain. You're 1v1ing
like a Widowmaker if you're gonna hard beat it and be confident.
Sure,
Hanzo,
that's a lot of damage. A one shot is probably
Ashe.
worth deflecting. Hanzo, Ashe. What about an Ana even?
For Sleep Dart or Nade, yes.
Right. I would say it's something that you would have to react to, but you don't want to. You might be looking more for their cooldowns, right? In that situation, right? So it's not always I wait until I take damage, then I deflect, autobot, whatever. But there is a little bit of nuance here. Now, right now, if you deflected early because you saw, well, what would you deflect here early?
Then Junker Queen's knife, but besides that, nothing else.
Knife, maybe even her axe, right? If she whipped out either of those things, because the knife will pull you, the axe will chop you. Sure. But if you're not seeing those, if that's not what's in your brain when you're doing this, then this is a mistake.
Okay.
That's actually a really, really, really good shot right there. I hope you realize that.
Yeah.
This right here, this little flick here, and then again, you're like, oh, okay. Like that's hard. That's very hard to do. So that's not bad at all. Nice. This is a weird game. I'm not gonna lie with you. I've not seen anything like this in quite a long time. Mercy pocketed Genji, run around the map. But yeah, you're doing fine. What do you think of this?
I don't think that's a good play because I had no idea where anyone was. And
are you sure?
I literally, I saw the Sojourn, but that's about it.
That's all you need to see.
Okay, but I'd wait for abilities for her to get out.
You don't need to wait for abilities because you have a dash reset.
Okay.
Do you see?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's going to slide out and you're going to dash right on top of her. I would be mad if you dashed during your blade at her and then she slid out, right? But you set this up. You're on top of her. She is dead. Now, my only question is, was this necessary given the number of people here? No, and I think I think this is the mistake, right? It's a 4v2. I don't think this is necessary. But in terms of setting up the blade, brilliant. Little risky, just because both of your abilities were burned.
Yep.
That dash obviously not super optimal as well.
Yep.
And even the deflect maybe feels like a little bit too full of HP, but whatever. Nice, good enough. Maybe the strategy was make it so that your team would cap the point for sure. Whatever. Nice.
I should not be going for the most mobile character though. Like, right?
Well, here's what I will say with Genji. It's not about a hard target priority. It's more about what presents themselves. Right now, this Lucio happens to be close. And he also happens to be half HP. So you know what? Okay. I mean, usually it's not going to be Lucio.
Okay.
Because those guys suck. Freaking hate those guys, right? The rats with like pogo sticks. But it happened to be that this guy wasn't moving particularly well and he was kind of low in HP. So okay. Fine. Like right now, why are you shooting the Genji, not the Kiriko?
Because he's closer.
He's closer and he's a little bit lower. And now, will you kill the Genji? I don't think so. But it wasn't necessarily a bad decision.
Yeah.
Genji's pretty flexible damage-wise. I think you definitely prioritize squishies, but the biggest thing with Genji is getting close. As always, the biggest thing with Genji is how close am I to that person? Oh, that's unfortunate. Zoning deflect, but you better darn well play your life, right? See, here's the thing. I'm the type of guy that's like, you never deflect for your team. Always deflect for duels, But I get it. This is a Kitsune rush. This is a beat. Is your team going to benefit from this deflect right now?
Probably not, no.
Maybe not, right? But at least it's going to stop the enemy team from getting value out of these two ultimates, right?
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not going to lie to you. Just as long as you understand that you can't be here when it's done. Where do you need to be?
I should be out of the fight already.
Anywhere, right? Here, down here, over here. I don't care, but you need to be out of the fight. You need to be out of the fight here. That's the key thing. Now, I will say, I know this isn't your fault, but this is really tilting me. They're so far away. I mean, I guess it's because of the beat and Junker Queen ult, but like, oh my gosh, they're just not even involved.
Yeah.
And they still tie deflect. Okay.
Yeah, actually wouldn't. No, I'm kidding.
See, here's what this VOD review is all about. It's actually not even teaching you anything. It's just all about how your scrim pug was actually elo hell.
Yeah.
I'm messing. You are getting a lot of resources, to be fair. Again, deflect. Yes, no, maybe so. What do you think?
Here, no. There's no reason for me to use it. I had 65 HP and a Mercy and Ana looking at me at the same time.
Yeah, if she had rail, yeah, but she didn't have rail. You can see the glow, right? So just not necessary. I guess we're on Ryan now, so.
Yeah.
It's still fun. Oh, no. Now, the real question is, are you going to play this?
Absolutely.
Oh, no. Okay, not bad timing.
Yeah.
My only minor complaint is obviously
the deflect.
Right? I think you might want this sucker by the time this fight goes. You might get away without it, because you do get a lot of team zoning value here.
Yeah.
And you do get a little bit of damage, but I'm spooked. I think you're going to get it because they're not even looking at you right now, but you can kind of see my concern.
Yeah.
Like, they just miss the carnage, their Junker Queen does. She just misses every ability. But you know what? You found a target, you locked in a target, and you got rolled. No. But honestly, not too shabby mechanically.
Okay.
I think so far, and at least this scrimmage, your mechanics have been okay. I would even go as far to say not your weakness.
Okay.
Not your weakness.
Are they plat mechanics though?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I would say if we smashed all plat players into a blender and blended them up, spat out the result of what it was an average plat player. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of extremes. You'll have masters mechanics in plat. You'll have silver, gold. I would say this is like low diamond.
Okay.
Low diamond, mid diamond mechanics. Not at least, but this might have also been a hot day. My mechanics with Genji are extremely hit or miss. Sometimes they're super hot.
Yes.
Okay, I have to see this. I'm sorry. We have to. My brother is gone. Reasonable deflect, considering how low you were. Enabled you to go aggressive. Please. See, this is the danger with complimenting your mechanics. I made a mistake. But see, even that was like pretty good, All right.
Yeah.
It happens. Your mechanics are always going to be a little bit inconsistent, especially if you don't sleep well. Yeah. But it is what it is. There's some saucy moments. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Any questions so far, by the way?
Not really. No. I actually what? So if I'm ringing for a team, shouldn't they like put more resources into the actual like main team and not just me?
I mean, it doesn't matter, mate. What is this? A plat team, diamond team?
Yeah, this is a plat diamond team.
Anything goes. If this was like a GM team, they're gonna have a little bit of a better idea of like what proper scrim culture is, but it's the Wild West, masters and below.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't set any expectations because you'll be disappointed. Doesn't matter. Just have fun with it. You know, enjoy the process. Now, what do you think about this?
I don't know why I was nanoed.
Well, it's a naked nano.
Yeah.
It's fine. You got a mercy boost as well. Don't know why she's healing you, but that is what it is. But seems okay. This is the question, right? Do you have your abilities? Are you on top of the enemy team?
Yeah. Well, behind, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, proximity is what matters.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Proximity is what matters. And you have your deflect, so... Unfortunate. You should have deflected. That's why we have it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that in of itself is exactly why we have it, but honestly, not too shabby. Now, whoa, you guys actually pull this one out. All right, I want to see.
I don't know why to use deflect there. There's no reason for me to. I was literally safe.
Full HP, right?
Yeah.
Need it now, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to notice this a lot now. But I think that's by far, at least in this particular map, your biggest shortcoming.
Okay.
It's so that you could do more things. It's not that you're being too aggressive with your deflect. Your deflect usage is sloppy so that then it prevents you from being aggressive.
Yep.
That's the idea, right? Love it. Suzu? Don't love it. Dude, it's like so good. Your timing is good here, right? Your Rhine is here. You have your abilities. You immediately get on top of a Kiriko. You dash and do this. Now, if I want to be really nitpicky, you ready for this one? Watch this.
Yeah.
Dash, then right click.
Okay.
So dash, right click into blade here.
Okay.
You'll hit more shurikens than if you did at range, if that makes sense, because you're closer.
Yep.
Right? Just makes sense. So the right click to you.
Mm-hmm.
Choppity. I would continue to look at her just to make sure that she does the thing, which you're expecting her to do, right?
Yeah. I was guessing that she would TP to the Lucio, so I looked at the Lucio here.
Don't expect. React.
Okay.
Just keep looking at her. And then really be careful with your dash. I've noticed this on your blade. Remember when you bladed when I was like, I think the fight was like, it was just the two guys, but you remember the Sojourn, right?
Yeah.
You slash dashed a Genji at full HP.
Yeah.
And that's how the Genji lived.
Yeah.
So it's never your first target, because your first target is like, you generally have the combo, okay? But like this is not a slash dash target.
Yeah.
Not a slash dash target.
Okay.
Unless you have Mercy damage boost, which currently right now your Mercy's heal beaming you. So, maybe. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a mess. Now the good news is that you had your deflect.
Yeah.
So this is going to be just fine. When you're at Genji, you're essentially like an F-135 pilot.
Okay.
Everything is moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour during Blade. You have to be so fast and so quick at responding. And the way to do that is to just simplify and slow things down.
Yeah.
And then as you get better, you can speed it up, speed it up, speed up. And then you'll find yourself going at speeds that just feel unbelievable and unrealistic. But you have to kind of stair step your way there, right?
Okay.
Okay. Any questions so far?
No, I just have to remember not to use dash in stupid deflect in stupid places.
That's been the main takeaway for sure. I like the angles that you're taking. Obviously, it's a little bit cheeky because Mercy boost, but you're a little late here. But it happens. Again, very greedy, but you have your deflect.
Yep.
You have your deflect. So you can get away with greed. Again, why are you deflecting?
Because I thought he was going to hit me, but,
If he does, who cares? You're 185 HP. I don't care if this is Landon from the London Spitfire. He's not going to one-shot you here. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
So deflect late. Give your time for your supports to heal you up.
Yeah.
Because that's what saves his life. Okay, maybe I'm just jinxing this guy now. I just need to sit and watch your scrims and be like, yeah, this guy's going to live. And then I'm going to jinx the enemy team this entire game. You're going to go like 90-0.
I wish.
Good target priority here. I wouldn't have minded you going for the JQ just because you don't know the status of this Genji's cooldowns, and this guy's probably a little easier to kill, but it's okay. I appreciate the attention to squishies whenever you can. Rat. And you're good. Love to see it. And already 70% to your next blade. Let's go.
Easy.
Mm-hmm. Now this is fine in posture phase, but like once this fight gets going, where do you want to go?
Probably top left.
Yeah. Or
right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Not made.
Yeah. Hold an angle. You know.
I don't know how my Ana died.
Sniped. It was me on the enemy team. I'm the Mei. Sorry. But yeah. I think like holding this angle here. Why is this better than this? There's two reasons.
Because I can easily go on a flank, or when they engage, I can look for the BAP and try to dash 3 shuriken him.
Sure. But why? But you're coming up with different things that you could do from this position.
Yeah.
But what is it just better? Like, am I closer to the enemy team here, or am I closer to the enemy team here?
I'm closer, and I can take less poke.
Sure.
I have less risk of getting a headshot.
You're closer and on an off angle. And when you're on an off angle and you're closer, you can take less poke. You can wrap around for the backline. You can go for the squishies instead of going for the tank. You have better cover. There's a lot of reasons and good things that you're coming up with that come from being up close on an off angle.
Yeah.
But this
is bad. And I play in front of window.
BAP window.
Yeah.
Junker Queen. Blizzard. Everything. Yep. Is this fight winnable? I don't know. Maybe.
No.
Maybe. I mean, well, your Ana's getting res, so maybe. But it's not winnable from your position right here.
Yep.
No. Wait, you could deflect that?
Yeah.
I guess if you catch it just... Oh. Really? I'm just stupid. I think I'm just stupid. I think I had no idea you could do that. Oh my gosh.
I don't think on release you could do that. I think
my gosh. Okay, maybe that's the case. I knew you could shield it if you get the angle just right? Yeah. But I didn't know you could oh my gosh. I feel so stupid right now. Well,
I missed the melt. I thought I hit it. Oh my god, I'm so bad.
Wait. Oh, you got scammed.
I thought it was in my LOS then.
Millisecond.
That's so dumb. I don't know, just a bad player.
Oh, come on, dude. If that's old deflect, that definitely hits. Wait, this thing has a freaking cupcake on it? This character is so cringe. Nah. It'd be cute if she was like, nah. She's freaking Satan. Okay. Now, you got to be careful here.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand why you're dashing here. And I also understood why you deflected here. I'm going to point out that your bad positioning put you in that position in the first place.
Yes, I agree.
However, if you're going to commit both abilities, remember when that happened on the very, very first fight? You were like, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. Where do you need to be right now?
I actually leave the fight. I got out of it, right? Because they're not looking at me, so I should just go right or left. And
exactly. So dash, quickly go to cover. And what you can do from here is you can react. Once you're here, you can go, they're not looking at me. Okay, well, more shurikens. If they do look at you and you don't have your deflect and you don't have your dash, not the end of the world. Because you can LOS, you can run away, you can grab the mini, reset, waste your time. But this right here, scary. Right? And you see, do you notice that your first instinct is kind of to go to the cover, but it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. It's too late. So, obviously the biggest problem is your positioning. Number one problem is your positioning. The number two problem is that when you don't have cooldown, when you don't have that deflect, if you do dash in, you need an alternate escape route.
Yes.
You need an alternate escape route. Because this fight was actually so winnable if you're able to live. Again, the deflect. Was that off of Carnage?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Because my thought was, so they beated, right? So and the Carnage. So I was like, okay, so they're gonna rush me. So I was like, okay, I'll just deflect preemptively.
Right. But no preemptive.
Yep.
Right, unless it's like that Hanzo, Widow, Ashe, Ana, that thing that we were talking about earlier. What do you think?
Bad blade.
Why?
I don't know because they have Carnage probably. They have Shout, and they also have Lamp, and then they also probably have Cryo, and they also have
see, you're wrong though. You're wrong. Here's why. Because here's the thing. You're like, I cannot blade until they've used these abilities. But why not use the blade to force all of those abilities and win the fight? I know that doesn't feel as sexy, but it does the job.
Yeah. Okay.
My question is that I'm not so confident that you're going to get the follow-up to force and finish those abilities off, right? In other words, you force the abilities to win the fight. Because this.
Yeah. Where's my soldier?
Yeah. You're reaching. You wait 3
Yep.
seconds and you do this exact same blade and force ice block, force lamp, force whatever else. Okay. Your team wins the fight, but there's no follow-up here.
Yeah.
And I also think if you were going to go in hyper-aggressive here, on what target would you love to be landing on top of?
BAP right now.
Bat probably. Because you know he won't get away. This here, again, the slash dash. You know what she's going to do.
Yeah.
What? Hello? Hello?
I flicked up.
But why no ice block?
Because I think she was trying to wall the team off, but then
I don't know. So, nice job mechanically. Terrible timing.
Yeah.
Not the best target priority either. Because forcing ice block and ice wall and all those abilities and shout would have been immense value. But what if your team's not there? You know, give it just a couple seconds. Okay, well, they're on Moira now, because that will solve the issues, surely.
Moira fixes everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Shark Candy.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you going to have your deflect back in time?
No, maybe. Depends if I wall run up and then the shurikens.
Maybe. But you see why I'm asking that question, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm crazy in me. Wait, we just flamed the me. No, that's not me. It's an imposter. It's another Griffin 214. I like the angle. I like the position. I like the proximity. Let's go.
Yeah.
I did not even hear the blade. What?
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't even know where he came from. Oh,
that was
there
weird.
it is.
That was weird. Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously, just if you hear the blade, deflect, you know, or just dash out, right? So, I mean, it's funny though because you know, as bad as this feels, you forced wall, you forced shout, you forced blade. I just wish to goodness that you just dash and deflected. I honestly did not even hear the blade, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Maybe gonna have it in time. Oh my gosh. No! Oh, disaster. All right. Well. Wow, that is it. That's kind of sad. Okay. Genji. What are some things to practice? We have a little bit of time to look at tank if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be nice. But deflect. Also, I guess.
What about deflect? Make it something that you can go, but don't just be like, oh, deflect when you're practicing game. You know, what about deflect?
Using it when I don't use it when I have 200 HP. Use it probably around the 100 HP mark. And then also once I burn deflect, make sure I know what cover I can use to get out of a fight. Always have another escape plan besides just my abilities because sometimes I burn through them without thinking. When I use blade. Make sure I know target priority as well as be a little more patient with blade, and then also with my aim, turn on my sense.
Teams positioning. Make sure on top. Care that slash dash at on full HP targets. Get away. Maybe lower sense. How does that look?
Yes.
Okay. Practice those one at a time until you maybe. The way I like to practice it is I prefer doing one thing per day because I get too bored if I spend something to do it. But for you, you might practice one thing per game. Because however you want to approach that, totally up to you. You could practice one thing for a week. You could practice one thing for a day, one thing for a game. You could flip flop. And remember, we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for improvement. A little bit of improvement. Okay. Any questions from all of that?
Do you think it was at all possible for me to win, for me to solo carry that game or not?
You know, I'm gonna be a self-righteous turd and answer. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I mean, if you were better, would you have won the game? Yes. Yeah. But it's not about don't go into that with the idea of carrying that. Just be a better player, whether that's a better individual player, a better team player. Because you saw how you had issues where you mechanically made mistakes, or you positionally made mistakes, or you cooldown wise made mistakes. But we also saw where you would go in ahead of time without your team. And that would cost you fights as well. So like that's why it's like it's bad to only focus on whether I could have carried. Well, you could have carried by just being a better teammate, right?
Yeah.
But you could also get carried by being mechanically better.
Yep.
Be good. Be better.
Okay.
Practice those 4 points. That's how you carry that game.
Yep.
Okay. Tank time?
Yep.
Okay, tank time. What tank we look at today?
I think this is Doomfist Zarya.
No way it's Doomfist Zarya. I just coached Doomfist Zarya in the previous session. So we'll probably only have time for one to like actually give it proper quality focus. What would you prefer to look at?
Probably Doomfist.
Okay.
Because Zarya's kind of in a state where you can just brainlessly press bubble and win.
True. Okay, let's take a look here. Doomfist time. Combos,
So
pressure.
I played a little bit of Doomfist in Overwatch 1, and then he's completely changed now, so.
Okay, sounds good. Your job is to move around the map without pressure, not die. That involves usually the number one thing I would work on for like a pretty brand new Doomfist player is cooldown cycles. You remember how, and it's good because you have Genji background, right?
Yep.
When you dash in with both your dash and deflect, you need to have cover. Guess what?
Yeah.
You could probably extrapolate that to Doomfist cooldowns as well. Now you have 3 of them, and they do charge a little bit faster. So you could be a little bit more rapid with your pressure cycles than compared to Genji. But you still need to have an escape route, whether that's a slam, a punch, a power block to buy you time so that you get a cooldown, your ultimate, crucially, or just cover.
Okay.
Like this works only because what do you have in your back pocket?
I have my power block.
You have your power block, right? And look at your HP.
Yeah.
So you'll have time to be able to, you're not concerned. Power block. Or maybe not even, right? But you see in this circumstance right here, where it's like, I go in, let's go back a little bit. Where are we going here? I went the wrong direction. So you punch in, you slam in, you shoot, which is where really the majority of your actual damage is going to come in is from your shots, right? 300, 270 HP. You obviously prioritize canceling the rest. I get it, right?
Yep.
But right here, if you get in trouble, you just block. That will buy you time to get back those 2 abilities that you no longer have.
Yes.
Totally fine. I don't love the slam just because it's just like it's one of those things that you'll get better at with time. You need to know the matchup better, right?
Yep.
You need to know that she's going to fly out, slam up here so that you can do her thing, slam the Sombra, slam the EDR. It's more of just a matchup thing.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah. Good punch, though. Yeah. Looks good so far. Good. Now, you don't have any abilities just yet, but you know that they're basically down a bunch, and I can duck out towards cover after here. Now, what I would not do is I would not slam in here, which you're not going to. But yeah, okay. Reset. So far, pretty good. You haven't been put under a lot of pressure, but pretty good. Now, again, this is really silly. It seems like because you've used 1 cooldown, 2 cooldowns, you're feeding, right? Well,
not technically because I still have power block to get out.
You still have power block, and look at your HP.
Yeah.
Right. I think HP is a really important one when it comes to something like this. If you were 200 HP here, I would be very scared, even with power block, because you get hacked, you're dead.
You're dead.
But here, you get hacked, you're fine. Even here, right? I have my ability. I have my ult. Now you're just dunking on these guys. Your mechanics, I'm telling you, are really quite good. Not just on Genji. This is not plat level mechanics.
For Doomfist?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I don't know about your ability usage, but your raw aim is better than mine. And I would say
I had a coaching, I think Zephy. I don't know if you know, but he said like my mechanics were like gold.
It could be well, there's different types of mechanics, right?
Yeah.
The way that you're using your abilities could be very clunky, missing a lot of punches, missing a lot of slams.
Yeah.
Your raw aim, I think, is a little better though.
Okay.
In your rank.
So it's not gold? Let's go.
Well, okay. See, now you're just proving me wrong. But see, it's like it's stuff like this. It's like that looks a little gold. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now,
I should just gone for the Ana.
you got to be careful here because I know you're like, oh, I have a cooldown to go in. I have a cooldown to go out. Wait a second. But not only is this risky to use both cooldowns to go in, but look at your HP.
Yeah, I'm not full.
You're not full. You're missing a big chunk of HP, right?
Yep.
So this play is inherently risky as it is. It's the Shia Sleep Dart. This play is inherently risky as it is. You just used your second cooldown to go in. And yes, you have cover, but power block is not going to save you in this situation if they push you.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And that's your last cooldown.
Yeah.
That's it. This is it. You know, I know it pains you to think, but to get out.
I got too greedy.
You got too greedy, right?
Yeah.
This person is not real. Oh my gosh.
Was that you too?
Oh no, that was not me. That was not me. If it had been me, it would have been like a 8K. It would have been. I would have hacked people in another game. Oh my gosh. Dare I say, bruh. Get it? Some bro. All right. Gonna take that silence as, you know, uncontrollable laughter.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Sure. Again, though, just like, yeah. I don't like it. It. You know, like, okay, he's wraithing, just like, but wait, you don't wait for him to have a plan here, you know? And then even here, like, okay, you get slept. I guess you'll have your adaptive shields, but also, was there any attempt to like bait out Sleep Dart, you know?
No, there wasn't.
You could have just jiggle peeked this. Now, you're going to get the talk, okay? Not that talk, but you're going to get another talk from me, all right?
Yeah.
The talk is, as a Doomfist player or a ball player or anything else that has a lot of problems with CC, your job is to track one CC. For you, that might not be hack.
Okay.
Because that's a little bit tricky to track, right? It depends on a lot of what she's doing and where she's at. I just want you to track Sleep Dart. That's it. Okay. I don't want you to track Outburst from Iliari or Bubble or Reaper Wraith or, you know, even some, or EMP. Just track Sleep Dart. Just track Sleep Dart. Until you see it, it's out there.
Okay.
And to me, I think that makes this engage 10 times better because, yes, I don't think this is inherently stupid. You have enough HP. You have your power block. You're probably fine. But I want you to damage people. I want you to damage people. Ha! Well done. Okay, well, we are, as the kids say, RKOing them.
Yes.
Oh no! Here it comes, right there. But what do you want to say? Is this bloodlust? Yes. Is this not tracking CC? Is it both? I think it's both. Okay. You know what do you expect me to say? You know, like what am I supposed to say here? You know.
Don't do that.
I mean, I get it. You know, you had your ultimate, you had your abilities. He was low. I understand it. There's no way that this guy lands on it.
Was it a good place to ult?
Yes,
like
it was actually. Yeah, it was actually a great place to ult because look.
Yeah.
Look, look at the HP that you get from it and the damage. Yeah. You see that? That's actually such a corny position, but it's actually so broken because they get the damage, you get the HP, and they can't immediately CC you. It's also freaking impossible. Like imagine this sport. Where is this? Where is he? That's so stupid. That is so stupid. Okay. Yeah. Dumb. Really dumb. Yeah. It's you did the whole textbook. Oh, I use a cooldown in. I use a cooldown out. But
no value.
Stage better, right? Because Doomfist can punish frontline a little better than Genji, but there are aspects of Doomfist that are also stageable. Coming from an angle, coming from position. What should you do here?
Yeah.
You tell me. Where should you go? Where should you be?
I should be set top, like right or yeah, somewhere
over here. Then this is the juicy part. Then you can drop punch. Mm-hmm. Right? It's going to feel a lot more effective. And then you can do your in and out cycle. But instead of doing your in and out cycle from over here, you can do your in and out cycle from over here a lot closer. And remember, like Genji, you are a short range character with mobility to get close to people. So here, it's 50 damage, and congratulations, you just used 2 cooldowns to do 50 damage.
Yeah.
And you notice that also the worst part about it is because you didn't set up properly, now your next cycle is bad. You see how far away you are now? You're getting further and further and further away.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to do what we call reaching. Boring, you know? Feels terrible.
Yeah.
Right? It feels terrible. Feels terrible.
Yeah.
It's too far. It's way, 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 way too far away. So stage with proximity, cycle in, cycle out. Cycle in, cycle out. This is probably it, I assume. Yeah. I mean, it's not a lot you could do. You're playing for touch, and I assume this is the Zarya swap. Okay, so Doomfist. What needs to be practiced?
Make sure I cycle my abilities more with I guess like getting close to I mean, when I engage, like getting closer and make sure that I don't just like kind of just use them willy-nilly to just do a little bit of damage to get out. Also, not just the fight that you said for me to set, but also in general, like setting more and like making sure I know where people are. And then also making sure I look out for like the 1 or 2 important abilities.
I would say 1. Track 1. At your rank, 1 cooldown's all you need. That's going to set you on a path to greatness. Track 1 cooldown that is relevant to you. How do these notes look to you?
Yes.
Okay. Engage close. When you do engage close, as best as you possibly can, cycle in and out. In and out. If you want to greed, use double cooldowns, you better have the HP. You better have the ult. You better have the cover for it, or something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously to assist your engages to feel a little bit better, track a cooldown, whether that's, sleep dart or cast grenade or whatever else, and play around that as best you can. Any questions?
If I want to get another VOD done, when would be a good time to like see him? Like, when would be a good time for me to do that? For you to like, I guess like
sure.
See other things,
I would say 4 or 5 weeks. Give yourself a chance to like really practice this stuff. Do some experimentation with your practice. Do some experimentation with your sins. Do some experimentation with applying some of this. Some of this stuff is going to feel good. Some of this stuff is going to feel really bad. And then coming back and then letting you kind of grind it out and trying to figure out some of the answers on your own first. And then getting some feedback after you've had some time first. Keep in mind, we still have